Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chilling Nights. Today we have another story that'll keep you up at night. It was posted by a Reddit user entitled, "I Don't Think the Exorcism Worked." And without further ado, let's get into it. This happened around 13 years ago near Elizabeth Lake in California. My kids and I were looking to buy a house. There wasn't a lot in my price range, but in those days we just wanted a place to call our home. I remember that it was a sunny day, but it wasn't too hot, so we got new listings from the realtor and off we went. We had such high hopes and everything was going good. We found a few hopeful leads, but for some reason when it came down to the last house that was located on a hill, the realtor told us that she wouldn't be going up there with us. I asked her how we would be getting in the house, and she told me for some reason that there was no point, so nobody ever locks it. Well, I didn't understand what she meant by that, and we all thought she started acting very strange at the end. But after looking at the pictures of the place, we were excited to go look. The directions were simple. Go up this winding road, passing two houses on the right, and up the very top of the hill overlooking an old unused road stood a large white 2-story house with black trim. It looked a bit tired and the yard was somewhat overgrown. We pulled into the driveway and sat there for a minute staring at the bright red front door. The house did not look scary at first. All we saw was potential, so I went up the door with my kids behind me, anxiously waiting to go exploring. You would think from our history with the paranormal that I would feel something the second I touched the door handle, but I didn't. As you walk in, you are met by a staircase that went up to a landing where it turned left and then turned into open carpeted stairs that went up to the kitchen and living room on the second floor. To the left was a door to the garage, and to the right was a bedroom, and 3 more bedrooms joined by a long hall that went straight back and a bathroom at the very end. I decided to look in the garage first to check the foundation and pipes, and that's where my daughter Ginny saw a little cross in the sill of the window. Then she noticed another one on the other window. Not thinking anything about it, she asked if she could keep them so she could make some earrings. I didn't see why not. After all, they were left behind. As I started up the open stairs, I felt dizzy, as if my world was upside down and I almost fell over. Grabbing the rail, I sat down on the top step, and my son Cody came barreling up the stairs and stopped halfway up and put his hand on his throat while making a face and ran up the rest of the way. I felt better, so I looked around some more with them. There were large windows everywhere and a door that opened to a balcony overlooking the cliff part of the back of the house, where we stood for a bit, taking in the beauty, but then all of us got an uneasy feeling, so we went in to further check the place out. Cody was looking out the windows in the living room, where he kept picking things up, yelling at his sister that he found another one. My daughter went down the stairs and she lost her footing, and I remember stating that if we got the place, we would have to put another handrail. I looked at the bedroom in the front thinking that that would be my room, but as we walked back to the darker and cooler the rooms were, which I mentioned would be great in the summer, I was looking in the bathroom when I got this cold chill go up through my spine and all my hair raised. It was an undoubtable feeling I had had many times before. I heard a breath next to me, and I knew that if I looked, I might see something. So I turned my head, deflecting my eyes with my hand as I passed by the mirror as I walk out. That's when my older son, who was in the back bedroom, pointed out that there was a cross over the window and door to the room. Cody then pulled some of the same crosses out of his pocket and said that he thought Ginny wanted them, so he had been picking them up for her. I ran to the cross over at the window and then to the door and told him that these crosses are different than the ones in his pocket. These are painted over and are meant to stay. At that point, we are freaking out. We saw that over every opening, every window, on both sides of every door, there is a cross. Ginny made a good point. As much as we wanted to all run away, we had to put all of the crosses back where we found them. We went together from room to room and put every one of them that they took back. Ginny and I were the last to step out of the house. Ginny's words were, "Wow, it's warmer outside." And then I got pushed from the back, almost making me run into her. I asked the realtor why she would even show us that house, but apparently she had never ever been in the house herself. But you can bet after hearing what we had to say, she never did. We were talking about it later, and we all came up with the same conclusion. That house must have seen a lot of evil. We wonder how long they were tormented before they realized that whatever was there must have been too strong for their faith. How bad does it have to be before you throw in the towel? They must have been really frightened for the owner to have painted over so many crosses.